All right, so we back at it again. It's another day, and as always, I start this show off the same way, letting people know I care. Letting people know that no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how difficult it gets, I care. And if I care, I've never met you, then I know those people who have seen your smiling face, who has had the time to be in your presence, definitely care. If you are sitting at home right now, if you're listening to this message, you're watching this video, and you are having a moment where you're thinking of harming yourself, you're thinking of harming someone else, just take a breath. Just stop, take a breath, and think. Make a phone call that we can live with. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. This is not about just saving your life. It's about saving the lives of those that you care about. We won't understand what you are feeling, but we can do our best to go through the battle with you. I am willing to go through the battle with you. You do not have to do this alone. If for some reason, for some oddly strange reason, you just don't feel comfortable enough contacting them, then reach out to me with a simple message of, we need to talk. And if I don't respond fast enough, shoot a message on one of the videos that says, hey, Luke, I need to talk. What up, though? Something. Because whether you know it or not, having an asset to assist you is better. It's much better than not having anything at all. And you may not know it now, but you have way more than you could have ever thought. So before you make that decision to end your life, make the decision to live. What's going on, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things what? Detroit Lions football. And today, if you're paying attention, if you saw the thumbnail, you know we are doing a live draft prospect film study. Many of you probably looked at this thumbnail and knew exactly who this person was. Many of you looked at this thumbnail and went, who in the hell is this? And went quickly to Google to figure out why in the hell am I doing a live film study of this particular player? Well, one, it's because I need my good buddy and my my co-pilot today, Mr. William Birch. Let me make sure you can see him because he is here. I need him to see some things. Last time I pointed something out, he chewed my ass out and spit it out. Just let it all out. But I got a good show for you. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about the Senior Bowl. We'll talk a little bit of the Lions talk, but we definitely gonna do some film study and just hit on a few points. Obviously, I take your questions and calls and stuff like that, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So let me introduce my co-pilot, William Birch. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what up, Luke?
Hey.
How's your day been so far?
You know, it's snowing. Most people are irritated and agitated, and I'm just waiting for it to finish so I can use my snowblower. You know, that's all I'm doing. I just want to use the snowblower. Just paid a lot of money for it, and I want to see it chopped with some snow. You know, that's all I'm waiting on. You know, let's see who in the building with us today, man. We got my man Lions Rumble who says, Luke G, link up again. I enjoy talking and picking your brain. I'm thinking of going live sometimes too. I like to pick your brain about something. Let's do it. Get her done. Let's do it. You hit me up. Catch me on Twitter. Catch me on Instagram. I technically got a Facebook, but I don't know how to use none of this stuff. So trust me, it's just easier to message me on one of those two, or email. And I try my best to check the email, but I've been getting a lot of shady emails lately. So I'm just telling you. We got my man Looney Tune in the building. We got Forbidden Knowledge in the building. He said this was gonna be a good one. Yes, it is. I'm about to upset a lot of people. Y'all enjoying that snow? Yeah. Snowblower time, baby. Friendly neighborhood, I have to say Spider-Man. I really was. Friendly neighborhood Lions fans in the building. No, I'm probably going to botch your name. No, don't you kill me. But per Alta? Per Alta? Did I say that right? All right. Obviously, my man William Birch is like, what up, guys? We got my man Craig back. I ain't seen you in a minute. He says, "Hey Luke, I'm back. Been dealing with life being life, but what's up?" Well, I'm glad to see you back, and I'm glad that whatever you was dealing with is handled. Problem solved. No problem, no question. I'm loving it. My man from Royal Lions UK in the building. He says, "What up, though? UK Lions in the house, ready for some great Lions content." Shout out to my man Anthony and all my family over there. We got Lion King in the building. Dan Spanos in the building. Joey 2 times is in the building. We got my man's one funky Lions fan. My man Dre Barnes is in the building. What up, though? Don Burris in the building. What up, though? D. Williams, Vash Starwind. What up, though? Let me see. One Pride 40. Game Day Express. Go Lions in the building. Make sure I ain't missed nobody now. All right. Let me see. I ain't missed nobody. Linebacker or safety? Nope. No, that's not me. All right, there we go. Nemesis Breaks is in the building. Chrome is in the building. D is in the building. Super Saiyan Lions in the building. Hatter House is in the building. We finna have some fun. We getting right into this because I'm finna tell you right now. I'm giving you the disclaimer now. Okay? You heard it here first. I'm giving you the disclaimer now. Some of you are not going to be happy. Okay? Because I am getting ready to not only show you something that really blew my mind, but really makes you question another player that y'all love, particularly one Aiden Hutchinson. Yes. I'm just finna show y'all this. Okay. If you are a Michigan fan, don't take it personal. Okay. It says, I know Luke ain't looking at a receiver. I got some receivers coming up. Trust me. Not today, but I got some coming up. Yeah, when I'm finna show y'all, I'll give you, I'll put it like this. What I'm finna show y'all blew my mind so bad that I watched this entire clip showing snap by snap, possession by possession, and I found one bad play. One. I didn't find out a single ugly, one bad play. And I'm not exaggerating that. I was looking. I've watched on this particular player that you're seeing on the screen, that you've seen on my thumbnail, I should say, but this particular player right here, I've watched a total of 6 or 7 games. I want to say it's 6 games. It might have been 7 but I watched them. I watched them in their entirety. I wanted to focus in and see what was going on. And try to gauge at what I was seeing. I really did. Now, before we get to the Lions talk, I want to do the film study first because I want to get that part out the way, and then we can talk ball. But this guy right here that you're looking at, I am disgusted at myself, and I'm confused at why this player is not getting more playing time. Right? Why I mean, not playing time, but why is he not getting more publicity is the word. That's the question. So many of you figure we're going to probably take Thibodeau, or we're going to probably take what the hell is his damn name? Aiden Hutchinson. And in my opinion, it's because of players like this that we don't have to worry about it. If you are not familiar with this player, I'm going to tell you right now, he is the total opposite of Thibodeau. In fact, I would argue that Thibodeau has a higher ceiling, but right now he's more technically sound. Game Day Express recognize who it is, and I'm talking about one Boya Mafi. Woo! This boy right here. Let me tell you how I stumbled upon this player first. Boya Mafi, I was like, what kind of name is that? Strange name. I was watching the Senior Bowl practice. And they were going through drills and the people talking, and I muted my TV. And the reason I mute because I don't want people to sway my opinion, and I don't want to see it. And I'm looking, and play after play after play, I saw this dude beat the brakes off of people in one-on-one. And I did the prototypical Allen Iverson move. Practice. We talking about practice, not a game. Not a game. Not this game that I'll die for. Practice. Come on, man. Practice. So, if you think I'm just making this up, I want you to see something. I'm going to show you the actual clip that I saw from the practices. It was one. This clip I'm showing you is just one of many. There's so much more. All right, so much more. But this guy, I am telling you, has me baffled that we're not talking about him. William Birch is here to check me. Okay, he is my auditor. He's going to make sure I'm not on no BS. He's going to make sure that the bias part of it is all out the window. Okay, we don't get to have no biases here. William, you still with me, brother?
Yes, sir. It's here. I'm here.
All right.
Make sure you pay with cash, not credit.
All right. This right here, good people. Can you see that, William?
Yep.
All right. Is it covering the whole screen? I don't want nobody to miss nothing.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is just one of many. But I picked these because I wanted you to see something. There go Mafi right here. All right. I want you to understand something. This is a guy who is 6'5". I think they say he weighed in at 255 at the senior day, but he was playing the whole season at 265. So he lost 10 pounds. Okay. 6'5", 255. Just watch. Just watch. Don't take your eyes off of him. I thought, okay, good. Okay. Okay. Fluke. Oh. Now already, I'm gonna tell you what my biggest issue is. He's already using more pass rush moves than I've ever seen from Kayvon Thibodeau, and I watched well over 9 games of Kayvon Thibodeau, well over, and he's already did more pass rush moves. Let's just get another clip before we get into the deep film and why I think you're going to be upset with Aiden Hutchinson. Well, I ain't gonna say upset, but I think Michigan fans gonna have to think about it. Okay. Oh wait, did they skip us rap? Oh, they skipped the rap. I'm going to set the timer back once. Where did I put it? All right, so I messed it up. Damn it. But you get my drift. So let's get to the film. People, here we go. Let's get in here. All right. This is Minnesota versus Ohio State. And one of the things that I constantly kept hearing about Aiden Hutchinson was that Aiden Hutchinson is a beast. And I'm like, okay, cool. Not arguing with nobody, ain't beefing with nobody, ain't no problems with anything right there. Now, I want you to understand something. We're talking about taking a pass rusher. One of my problems with Aiden Hutchinson is people claim he got a high motor. Didn't see that. People claim that, he got an array of pass rush moves. Didn't see that. I personally think George Karlaftis is way better than him. And I said, okay, cool. But I've tried to point out to people that y'all hyped him up even more after his game against Ohio State. And I tried to explain to y'all that the tackles for Ohio State suck. So this is Minnesota versus Ohio State. And our guy, Mafi, is right here. Do not take your eyes off of this man. Because I just want you to look at how he uses his hands. Just watch the hand use. Nothing happened, but it's all about technique and hand use. Now, as he get the guy on the outside, he swims back in, get the hands off to try to get back in, but ball was out. You may be still saying, well, I still didn't see nothing there, Luke. I don't really get it, right? There's no big deal there, right? There's nothing to write home about. Okay. Let's get to my first one. Because I just love a player who wants to win. I love a player who has a willingness to win. Okay. Keep in mind, he's playing this game at 6'5", 265 out of a 2-point stance for a defense that's running the 3-4. And now, William, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but what did the Lions run?
They run a version of the 3-4.
A version of the 3-4. And we're trying to move on from a particular Trey Flowers, and we're trying to bring people like Charles Harris back and stuff like that, right? We're trying to create pressure. Okay. Another thing you're going to see me point out is many of the things that he do does not show up on a stat sheet. It doesn't. Here's my man up here. You see him? I'm scrolling this real slow. Just watch this play. Now, you're thinking, Luke, what am I supposed to see here? I mean, God, the guy just ran past him and he scored a touchdown. Now let's look at it from this angle. He's right here. And again, you're probably still thinking, Luke, why we got to watch this again? Because there's something going on. I literally, and Will, you was on here with me. I showed you film of Aiden Hutchinson, little snippets of Kayvon Thibodeau, and I couldn't find a single clip with what that had this on there. Not a single one, and not a single game. Now at this point, the running back has got an angle. Just watch this. Do anybody see what I see? Will, do you see what I see?
Yeah, big man hustling.
When you just want to win, you want to win. Okay? Now, he ain't got a chance in hell to catch him. Let's be clear. He ain't got a chance in hell to catch him. But he does not stop running until that man hits the actual damn end zone. When you got a guy as big as he is thinking, who knows? What if somebody cuts him off? I can come up from behind and still make the play. These are things that gets me looking at you and going, And at this point, I have not watched any of this out of order. The reason I am pointing out these things is because these small things are the foundational pieces. This is a guy who has a nice little arsenal of pass rush moves. He got a few good counters. This is a guy who has a real motor. This is a guy who rarely came off the field. This is a guy who had a work ethic that I was just like, yo, this is not normal. This is not normal. And I'm doing this in order. And everybody like to act as if though Ohio State is like the cream of the crop and stuff. I'm just pointing out to you that you're going to start to see some things that this game goes on that lets me know that what Aiden Hutchinson did to him was more of a factor of the fact that those guys over on Ohio State playing tackle sucked. This guy does not have to do this. So far, what are you thinking, William? Are you thinking, okay, you ain't seen nothing that impressed you yet? Are you thinking that?
No, so far the just straight hustle is number one. Okay. Like, to me, a guy with hustle will make a field regardless because he's willing to play at 100%, and a guy who's making mistakes at 100% is going to recover and get back to where he's supposed to be faster than anyone who's going 70%.
Now, the thing that was bothering me about Thibodeau was I never seen where, like, I'm trying to figure out when are you going to just play through it. And he, on crucial downs, he was taking time off. So in this case, it's 2nd and 3. Okay? 2nd and 3. Now, I believe this is one of the few plays that I was trying to point out to you with Thibodeau, and you came in and made an excuse for him, but I understand. Let's watch how this play similarly works. Let's pay attention. Our guy is up here. I want y'all to keep in mind, this would be the guy that's rushing. And the best part about it is this. This is a guy who's climbing up draft boards, but you probably can get him as late as the 3rd round, right? But just watch. Just watch. That might be a little bit hard to see. Let me slow that down for those. I'm just going to go right here and slow this down because I didn't have time to do the whole chop-up video, so I'm going to do it all right here. He's right here. Just want y'all to see this. First of all, he reads the blocker right. This is beautiful. He's maintaining visual of the quarterback to the running back. He's making sure that this is, obviously it's an RPO, but he wants to make sure that the ball is handed off. Ball is handed off. He has identified the target. Now, this guy right here, poor guy, we're going to pray for him. I don't know why they even had this receiver come back over. It might even be the tight end. Why they had him come over and try to make this block, but it was a fail. He failed. Right? Not only did he whiff on it, he just couldn't do much. And he did exactly what I wish that Kayvon Thibodeau did, and also Aiden Hutchinson. Just come straight down the line. And then what happens? He meets him. Somebody's going to say, but he got the first. He came from the far left. Let's not be picky here. Let's be honest. Now, even at that point, I'm sitting there saying to myself, okay, this is nuts. I'm still enjoying these little tidbits. All right. And I'm doing this in order, right? And we get right here. And I'm thinking, these are the kind of plays that just don't show up on the stat sheet. When a guy does his job, it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So you see him right here. Okay. And I want you to understand something. Believe it or not, as much as I've been skipping, he has not come off the field yet. Just gonna put that out there. He comes up, everything's looking good. He's still reading. Boom. Now, the first thing that's special about this is they were trying to do a combination block. Basically, he was supposed to pop him so he can get in front of him and he go to the next level to get him. But not with my man Mafi. No. He Makembe Mutombo, that shit not in my house. He keeps his perimeter outside. So now what happens? We watch this dude get bodied. And as this guy is now keeping it outside, he's forcing him back inside, which would have worked had my man here not got bodied. On top of this, I believe that this damn tackle held him. Just watch. I mean, he's tried to get away a few times. That's a hold if I ain't never seen it. The whole time he holding him. And every time he tries to pull away, he yanks him. And believe it or not, they did not flag this at all. So far, Will, you still with me?
Yeah, so the one thing I would like better on this play is he did his exact job, except right here, if he can sink his hips and plant, then even with the guy getting bodied there, he still doesn't have the ability to jump to the outside. But that is definitely something you can coach up. Like, it's not something that is unfixable.
Yeah, but technically he forced it back in. My man just got bodied. There's nothing we can do about this because this is the guy who's supposed to be filling this gap. He did his part. And if you go back to the beginning, right? Look where he's at. Right? He rushing outside. I don't know why.
Well, it's technically not even 55's fault. It's supposed to be the
right here
lineman that has his not him, the one in front of him that has his hand basically in the O lineman's face mask.
Here?
Yeah.
No, that's Mafi. He did
no, right next to him.
This one?
He's supposed to have that gap.
Let's see. No. Look, you see what they did? They fired off.
Oh, that is definitely that white linebacker in the middle.
So the linebacker, he's supposed to be scraping over here, and he's already coming to get over here. He's coming down here, but he's supposed to be coming up, but he still can't get bodied by the damn tight end. This can't happen. So at this point, he has to fill this gap. You're right. Okay. And but the idea of getting it, I don't even know how the hell he get caught right here. This we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone. Anyway, he forces it back in, which is what he's supposed, and he gets held. You literally see him try to get loose, and the dude yank him back.
Oh yeah. My criticism wasn't a criticism of him not doing his job. It's that,
but you want him to put the feet right here.
To me, if he could have stuck that, he'd be a whole round higher. Because that tells me he's able to adapt on the fly quickly, and put what he's learned into practice. And that is all teachable stuff. So that is stuff he can improve on in the future, which can help him reach a higher ceiling.
I can't even argue with you. I think that's a fair assessment. I think it's fair to look at this and say, okay, he needs to be able to put that foot in there and anchor it. But from what I'm seeing, it won't be hard to teach him that. So even right here, as we watch my man get bodied by the tight end, I don't even understand what the hell happened here. And then he had to look at this. It's almost like they laid on a bearskin rug and he wanted him to know, like, hey, you have nice hair. I mean, what the hell happened? So again, people, this is Ohio State. Everybody hypes up Ohio State. Like I don't get it. We're gonna move it forward. I'm not even trying to hype him up, people. I'm not. I'm literally showing you actual clips in order. Like, I'm not making this up. This is all happening in order. And I'm leaving it in slow-mo so you can, kind of see this stuff. All right. Here's our guy again. All right. I literally love what he did here because this showed me something that I did not see in Aiden Hutchinson. Now, William noticed that he has really poor hips. In other words, if you ask him to change direction and turn, shit not happening. Fair enough, Will?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me make sure my other guys didn't show up. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I ain't missed him now in the back if he came in. All right. So far, people, if y'all still with me, rock with me now. All right. So now we got to get back into this. All right. So now here we are. And I literally just thought, again, 6'5", 265. 6'5", 265. Y'all tell me this don't look familiar. Tell me Aiden Hutchinson do the same thing. Let's take a look. Again, he's right here. Show you the power. Also, pay attention to who gets off the line of scrimmage first. Just pay attention. All right. Now tell me Aiden Hutchinson didn't do the same thing. Tell me he didn't do the same thing. When I tried to explain to y'all that these tackles his ass, y'all said them NFL tackles. I went, okay. He literally stuck a foot out to trip him. This man whole leg out. He like, oh, I gotta bring the other leg around and sweep the feet. If you want to win the battle, sweep the feet. Now, credit to Stroud for getting the ball out. But God, this don't show up on the stat sheet. Look at this. Pop the hands down. Use the counter to toss him off his balance. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? Let me do that in normal speed. I think sometimes things deserve to be seen in its natural habitat. Let me go back a little bit. Here we go in this natural habitat. Look at this. Look how fast it happens too. Look how fast this happens. Ooh. Jesus. Jesus. People, I'm serious. You don't have to take no damn edge rusher high. This guy can be an option. I got other people like this. This guy can be an option.
Hey, Luke, can I share another piece of info on this play?
I'm listening.
Most edge rushers wouldn't cut back inside. They would defeat him and run the edge. You want to know why what he did is much better? He doesn't lose contain.
Yep.
Which means he's thinking while defeating.
This is nuts. Now, when this same play happened, with Aiden Hutchinson, and nothing was said. The difference was Aiden Hutchinson in his game against Ohio State got bodied too. This guy never got bodied. They tried to. It just didn't happen. And to me, this is a guy that I just look at and I say, okay, he's got the burst and the speed off the line of scrimmage. Like, you cannot deny it. I see power. I see the ability to turn them hips back and get in play. And honestly, it wasn't until I got down to about this mark right here that I really understood what this player was about. It's when I got here. What he did right here to me let me know that this is a player, that this is a ball player that not only can you add things on to and get production out of, but you can put him in situations that we couldn't put Trey Flowers. You can put him in situations that we couldn't put Romeo Okwara. You can put him in situations that you really don't want to put Julian Okwara in, but you may have to. You can put him in situations that you don't have right now. So he's right here. I want y'all to just make sense of this. 6'5", 265. Just make sense of this. Make sense of this right here. Anybody see that? What about you, Wood? Did you see what I'm seeing?
He is step for step with an Ohio State running back. Goofy.
6'5", 265, people. This is not normal stuff, people. This is not normal. Show me a play where we can see Trey Flowers step for step with a running back at the backfield. Seriously. Where do you see this at? Step for step. The best part about it, he never gives up his ability to keep an eye on the quarterback. But once he realizes, and I want you to understand, his helmet is still watching the quarterback. So while watching the quarterback, realizing, okay, he's looking to pass, the quarterback looks and says, oh, look at the helmet. You think I'm bullshitting? Ain't nobody over there. Look at the helmet. Ooh, I got running back on a linebacker. Realizes, no. He comes back to the tight end. And even still, right here, because they're going to give you a different angle to look at it. Look at the focus to the quarterback. I don't even know who this running back is, but God, I got to believe he's faster than him. Watch this. Step for step. Where are you seeing that at, Will? Where? Where are you seeing that at?
And again, there's small little things to tell you he's an intelligent player too, because he's utilizing that boundary and kind of pushing him, because he knows he's probably not faster than this kid.
Now,
it's just smart.
It's smart. He used the sideline to his advantage. He made sure that he kept, himself in a position so if something did happen, he could make it work. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me how you see this. I know down 19 like Arnold. He's coming down the pipeline. Trust me. But this is nuts to me. Like, I really do. This is nuts to me because you're seeing a player who I already see has more hustle than Kayvon Thibodeau, has more athletic ability and from what I can see than Aiden Hutchinson. It's a better coverage guy than Aiden Hutchinson. That ain't the only play. Go and look. This ain't even his best game. Statistically, his best game came against Bowling Green and Purdue. Just saying. One Funky Lion fan says, Luke, do you got Nick Bonito coming down the pipeline? I do. So I'm just saying, let's look at this guy because Boye Mafe needs to be talked about. Shout out to my man Adam from Woodward Sports Network. He says, do you, baby? Keep it up, man. Hey, 100%. I'm just, listen. Boye Mafe got my attention. Everybody act like what Aiden Hutchinson did against Ohio State was so special. Mafe says it's not. Nope, not special at all. In fact, Mafe actually thinks that it's a joke. Y'all hyped him up. What about me? That's what he wants to know. So I want you to understand. The play I'm about to show you is exactly why I like this player. It shows his high motor. It shows the dog in him. He's right here. He's right here. I want y'all not to zero in now. Don't look away. We're going to get into some Lions talk, but right now I need you to just focus in on this right here. Watch this. Look at this. Look at the dog. Look at the dog in him. Y'all love pressure, right? Luke, he didn't do nothing. Really? Okay. First of all, let's see if we we can get a better look. Slow it down just a little bit. Nothing special. Again, I had to chop it up. I had to get home safe through the damn snow. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Let's look at this in its entirety. Comes off. One pass rush move. Hands not down. Counter. Oh, quarterback is looking. He's looking. He sees this. But guess what? He knows that this man can jump. Well, can't go here. I'm going to scramble. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Counter again. Boom. Get them hands up off of me. He got to go back out wide. Damn it, he close. Yeah, I'm here, baby. I'm here. And all he can do is throw the ball away. I don't know what else you want from him. Nobody else was getting home.
And again, if you go back to the top, why didn't he keep pass rushing outside? Because if he did, there's another open scramble lane.
Exactly.
Instead, he stays in. He's a disciplined player. He stays in the passing lane of the check down.
Yep.
And stays and makes sure this man doesn't run out of the pocket for free.
Now, mind you, it's not going to take you a first for this guy. It's not going to take you a second for this guy. Hell, he might max it around and accidentally fall to the fourth or fifth. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is there is something here. There is something here. Because even right here, if he stays out, look how far this one is right here. If he stays out, he really had a lane to run. He says, nope, let me get back over here. He never allows this damn tackle to control him. He controlled the tackle the whole time. When a quarterback decided to scramble and get outside, the quarterback quickly realized, oh, snap, and had to run backwards. He reached out for somebody's hand. He wanted to touch him. He gathered his hips, gained his composure, threw the hand up on the pass. And whether you knew it or not, his hand did slap his hand, which resulted in that ball going over. Y'all don't understand me. Y'all not paying attention. Will, they're not listening. These are the kind of players that Brad Holmes looks for. The diamonds in the rough. Those people that are not being talked about but can come in and perform. He was very clear when he said, I want players who has heart, who are gritty, who have hard work and dedication on the field and off. I didn't find out a single report negative about this player, so he beats the off-field stuff. And then he talks about the grit. This guy has grit. This guy has got love in him. Now, that was on 1st and 10. Very next play. 2nd and 10. Because, when you make plays, you certainly should just, do it. This stuff don't show up on the stat sheet. Our guys right here. And this is the other part that I don't think they realize. Because this position right here is exactly where Trey Flowers would be at. I don't think they realize that, but don't worry about it. All right. This counter move he used here is beautiful. It's so beautiful with the counter move. Set him up. Oh, y'all didn't see it. No, y'all didn't see it. Let me get you here. Y'all didn't see it. Let me show you. Let me slow it right here. Look, watch this. Hands come up, chop down. Get that off me. Underneath rip. Swim over. Let's go. I mean, seriously. He wants it. He wants to be good. He needs it. Now, to show you how much he wants it, because remember, I showed you Kayvon Thibodeau on 3rd down, and the effort went out the door on crucial down. This is 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
In the red zone.
They put him in the 3-point stands. His hand is in the dirt. And what I got down for this that I like was he showed a great deal of burst. So let's take a look at it. Out of the 3-point stands. Let's take a look at it. Look at that. First one off the line of scrimmage. Another pass rush move.
There's a saying among coaches, to be a good high school football D-end or D-lineman, you need to be able to use one pass rush move when pass rushing. Well, in college, you need to be able to string 2 together. In the NFL, you need to be able to string 4 or 5. Right here, he's stringing 3 or 4 pass rush moves. He's chopping, batting out the outside arm, and he keeps working the hands. He never stops, which is a great thing.
If he didn't have this safety blanket right here, oh my God. If he didn't have this safety blanket on 3rd and 3, good play design by Ohio State's coaching staff to give him this safety blanket. Well, God, if he didn't, bruh, this doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Y'all fall in love with sacks. Y'all fall in love with stuff that show up on stat sheets. I'm just showing you what don't show up on stat sheets. That don't show up on stat sheets. That's not how it works. This is the thing that jumps out to me. Right? It just think about this. Aiden Hutchinson had a field day against his team, and he is too. And we're not talking about it. Now, I want you to see this part because I think this is a funny one. At this point, we're in the second quarter. He's been kind of doing good against them. He's right here. And they finally said, we tired of your shit. That's exactly what happened. They tired of him. And now look what they do. They send 2 people at him. When you're doing something that's right, and you're doing it good, and they're tired of you causing problems, they make adjustments. He just forced a team to send 2 blockers at him. And I'm going to show you why this is funny to me. Because if it took 2 of them to neutralize him, so you can get a short pass off, great. But they clearly have seen enough. We're not going to keep letting you mess stuff up over here. We're getting that man some help. Will, talk to the people, man. What else can you ask for out of this player?
As of right now, I really don't see too many negatives. There's stuff he can improve on, yeah, but that's shit. Even Aaron Donald has slight things he needs to improve on. So that's not too worrisome for me. And it's more the intricacies of how he's playing it, because even the one where he forced a scramble and was in the passing lane, you saw C.J. Stroud, as he started to scramble, he held his hand up as he started to run, and you even saw, which is really cool, God, I forget the guy's name. I forget.
Boye Mafi?
Yeah, Mafi.
Yep. Boye Mafi out of Minnesota.
His hand moved up to block, and then he saw him go, and with no way to move, went up, chopped down, and pursued. It was flawless, efficient, effortless movement. I love that. Like, it's just smart technique. He's a technician. He shows discipline and understanding of where he's at on the field. Love that. Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the one bad play that I had, because, and that's just in this tape. I really did not have too many bad plays, but I had one. Right? I had one, and it was down here at the end. So I'll give y'all the one bad one that I got, but something is different here. All right. So our guy is, let me make this big. Our guy is down here. This is the only bad play I had. It wasn't ugly. It just was bad in my opinion. Meaning he could work on this. My issue with this play is this. He was so reliant at this point on his teammates to do their job that I think he got comfortable. And I know he's also trying to maintain outside contain, but he realized the ball was pitched. So at this point, he simply needs to just keep coming down the line here. That's all he got to do. That's all he got to do. Now, even right here, if he just keeps coming down the line, we got something. But he's thinking One of these two is going to make the play. Even right here at this point, he's thinking maybe he got it. He sees this guy right here. I'm going to keep coming and closing. You see him kind of pull up a little bit because at this point he sees this guy. He pulls up again because in his head, I don't want to get a penalty. This is discipline you're seeing here. It's one of the scary things. It's one of the reasons I forget what the game was. I think it was New England. The guy had him sacked and he let him go and then he completed the pass or something like that. But just stay with me. The discipline is here. And then he realized that same guy who got bodied, he probably done it to this. He goes, oh, fudge, okay. And now he tries to get back into the play. Now, even right here, he lets up because he's thinking one of my guys in here got him already. Nope. However, there is still some positives in this video.
He's still in the final frame.
He's still in the frame. You ain't going to see this from Thibodeau. You ain't going to see this too often with Hutchinson. He's still in the frame. But if he comes back to this part right here and just go downhill when he saw the block, he makes this play.
Well, if he doesn't let up, that is a 1-2 yard max.
Yep. He really thought that linebacker was going to make that play.
Oh, that's so bothersome as a coach. I'm ripping into him during film study about that. But again, he's shown that he's done it in the past, that he's sprinted.
Yep.
That's just, you coach him differently now. Hey, look, I understand you have other people, but if they don't do your job, you got to act like they're not going to do it, so you're there in time for your job.
And
what's that?
And that's the thing. I think that we lose track of the smaller things and stuff, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so anal about the smaller things. It's one of the reasons why I was so high on Amon-Ra St. Brown when he was a prospect. Why I was high on Derek Barnes when he's a prospect. I look for those small things, those little things. I'm not asking you to do much. I see a lot of people that says, well, why don't you just let Derek Barnes rush? I agree. Let him rush from the edge. You can go and get you another edge rusher right here. And let's say at best he gives you two sacks, right? At best. And as a fill-in guy. You're still gonna get pressure. You're still gonna get a guy who's gonna hustle and work his butt off. And that for me is huge. But it's the only thing I saw that was bad. That was the only thing I saw that was bad from him in this game. He kicked Ohio State's offensive lineman butt the whole time. And it wasn't by accident. It wasn't like this just happened for him and he stumbled upon it. That's not what happened. I'm going to give you a few more clips and then we're going to get into some football talk too. But I wanted to give you the breakdown so you can see that there are prospects out here that we can take and you don't have to squeeze in, Aiden Hutchinson to be better than him. Says who? Seriously? If you going to tell me your claim to fame is he dogged out Ohio State, well, he did too. This don't look good for Aiden Hutchinson. I tried to find out. I tried to find the other games where Ohio State went against other teams. Him and Aiden Hutchinson got off the most. I mean, seriously. Now, Will, this is the play that I could not wait to show you. I could not wait to show you this damn play here. Our guy is up here. I believe it was Kayvon. It was Kayvon. And he came in and did this like pale little league football thing to try to take on the blocker. And I thought, you need to blow through, dog. Okay. And the reason I brought it up is because I'm like, there's a technique that you're supposed to have. So our guy, again, perfectly reading the blockers. But watch what he does. He keeps himself free by extending his arm out so he can still have the outside ability to be free. This is important, people, because as he's reading the quarterback, as he's focusing on all of this, he has to keep himself free in order to do it. And he has to have enough awareness to see that it's not a run. Okay? Now, this play is important because what he did was so well, and again, the officials are either blind or they had money put on Ohio State. He comes up and did exactly what I tried to explain to you, Will, which is you need to take your hands and your body and press the guy in. So that way you always keep outside. So when the guy tries to turn around, you can see it. So now he realizes that this is not a run. This guy tries to go for the hands up, and this guy he's able to then get back outside in this instant. Now, because of that left this guy free to tip the ball, which ended up becoming an interception. Now, again, they're going to show you this from a different angle, and I want you to see why I'm not sure how this was not called for a hold, but whatever. They got the ball. Now we see my man's right here, okay? I swear to God, this dude held him. So here we are. He comes down like he's supposed to. Look at his hands out. That's how it's supposed to be done. That whole throwing your whole body into him, Will, that's not how it works.
It's still a different type of block we're talking about.
I knew you was going to find some technicalities with it. Don't worry. I got you. I knew you was going to do this. So far, Will, have I been within the realms of logic? Am I being disrespectful? Yeah. Okay. Watch this. Tell me this is not a hold. You see that? He's literally pulling his shoulder pad back. When you gonna let him go? When you gonna let him go, bro? Come on.
This is really hard for that ref, though. Like, that's standing right there.
Who, him? Oh, the hell it isn't? Bro, here.
I think it's hard for that. It's really hard to see because it's in a bunch of it's in the tackle box.
Okay, let's
it's not quote unquote egregious in the open.
It's not egregious.
Not in the open.
Can he see it? We know you
from that angle. The back one's going straight through Shroud. Shroud might be in the way.
Can he see it? Who the hell can see it? Nobody saw it.
But even if he held, he kept up the tight end while maintaining his gap.
Look,
and by pulling out, he also caught up. By maintaining position, he also caught up Henderson there, the running back.
Like I said, when you do your job, and the things that you do when it comes to your job, and it don't show up on a stat sheet, that's huge. If it don't show up on a stat sheet, it's huge. I don't know how this dude don't see it. I ain't even mad at him, but I'm just saying, golly, he got the whole damn body. Come on, bruh. Like, come on. Like, you said he didn't see it. He saw that damn ball come in his head.
He got a 2-for-1 block. Even if that's a hold, he got held while taking out an additional person, the running back, which allowed 55 to be freed up to tip that ball.
I
ain't gonna argue the technicality of a holding.
I'm just saying
it's a good football play.
It's a good football play. I'm not finna fight with you. I think it's on there. This one I love because to me this shows another one of his abilities to cover. Again, 6'5", 265. I think that's the same measurements as Trey Flowers, and Trey Flowers don't move like this. Watch how he maintains the running back out the backfield while still never losing visual of the quarterback. Yeah, he looking. Yeah, running back sneaks out the back on a delayed. Let me get over here. That's 6'5". Hold on. And even at this point, once he gets over here and the quarterback is running, the quarterback see him. The quarterback knows he cannot throw it here unless he don't care about this running back. They probably are roommates. He's probably dating his sister. I don't know, but he know he can't set him up with this. He never lost visual. This is a steal. If you can get this guy, he's a steal. I don't usually get a chance to show big dudes out of the 3-4 who are edge rushers who can cover. I don't get this opportunity. This is not afforded to me. This is not something I'm used to seeing.
You know, Luke, I'm going to give one disagreement with all the take you've had about this guy.
What's that?
I don't think he makes it to the third round. like the inner fan in me, the inner hoper, hopes he makes it there to get the biggest steal. But like, if we took this guy with the second or with our pick in the second round, I'm happy.
This is a guy that got for the season 7 sacks. Y'all love those kind of numbers. A forced fumble, right? So that's cool. He's got 26 solo tackles and 34 assist tackles. So 8 assist tackles and 34 total tackles. And so you look at it and you go, okay, statistically, Purdue 5 tackles, 3 solo, 2 assists, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. You figure that statistically that's 1. Bowling Green 3 tackles, 2 solo, 1 assist, 2 sacks. Like statistically. But I want you to understand this man was playing at 6'4", 265. Still big as shit. Make no mistake about it. Still big. Why are we not talking about this guy? Why? Why are we not talking about him? Why are we not giving him more love? And get this, Will. I heard that he's climbing up a lot of draft boards. There's a bug.
He played consistently like that all season. He should be a high second round pick, potential sneak into the first. Now, the one thing on that end is that I know this is a loaded defensive end class, but I think Boe Mafe is the poster child for why the fuck do we need Aiden Hutchinson or Thibodeau at 2?
This is where we start.
This is the poster child.
This is where we start. You have this option. There are other people who I ain't showed yet. They're coming down the pipeline. But you have this option. One of them was Nick Bonito. I'm going to show you him as well. You have those options. Why do you feel pressure to take this guy out of Michigan? Because he's from Michigan? Because he killed Ohio State?
Because he's out of Michigan. He just got a lot of hype.
I'm just saying, this guy kicked Ohio State. Let's go back to it. I wish I could lie at some point, but he killed Ohio State, and this guy can cover. He's dropped in coverage. What more do you want from him? And you know what else? You know what else stood out to me about this guy? It wasn't the fact that he showed an ability to be able to cover. It wasn't that he showed an ability to be able to rush the passer. It was also the fact that he could play the run. Right? He can play the run. Let's take a look-see here. Our guy is up here. He's right here. He plays this damn run so well. So well. God. I say it all the time. When that guy blocked down, go down. You're not going to lose outside contain because you can just go down the line and they do it. You twitch your hips and go back out. Watch this play. Just watch this. Here's a guy who comes, okay, they blocking down. He's reading this perfectly. He never loses visual of this. Here's another guy coming to make a block. It does not matter because he doesn't give a shit about their block. He doesn't care. He does not care that you sent 2 people at him again. He'll split that. And as the running back comes, he makes the initial hit. Meanwhile, everybody get to come and do the cleanup. But to come from right there to get that, oh my God. If he doesn't make that, let's be honest. This dude he ain't finna stop nothing. 21 ain't doing nothing. He would have had all this and then some. But it was this initial play. And if you really look at it, if this guy gets that block, this is all but space. Look at the green right there.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't get the block. Do he got to make the tackle there? Yes. But I understand when you're coming down the line and you're hitting them from the side and the person is coming straight, yeah, I can see it.
We can also see that he, again, a technician, disciplined. as he recognizes the wham block, the 88 coming across the formation like that, he gets skinny. And as he gets skinny, he pushes forward to pass by both the offensive tackle and the wham block to make a play.
I mean, even if this
all
guy
smart, clean play.
And that's what I love about him. It's something that you have to respect from his play. Even if this guy ends up being nothing more than Trey Flowers, it's not costing you what you're paying Trey Flowers. It's not costing you that, right? I can skip it forward a little bit further. When I'm telling you I'm doing this in chronological order, I really am. I just wanted you to see it for yourself. I really think this guy needs to be having some more conversations. We got to talk about him a little bit more. Okay? Now, if I'm stopping a lot, it's because I'm trying to make sure that they don't kick me off. YouTube has a lot of strict rules, and I want to make sure they don't kick me off. All right? Let me check out the chat for a minute. Johnson played 3-4 at Florida State this year. He looked pretty good. You talking about Jermaine? We'll talk about him. He's coming down the pipeline. Chat, please watch Sam Williams from Ole Miss now. That's a dog. He coming down there. Jermaine Johnson is better than Boye Mafi. We're gonna talk about it. we gonna talk about it. I just wanted you to understand. Mafi, in my opinion, is exactly the kind of player the Lions look at. I
haven't watched Jermaine Johnson.
Oh, I said Ole Miss. Jesus.
There are not many people who have Boye Mafe's technician and discipline at the collegiate level.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a rare trait coming out the gate. Like, Mafe has a high floor. Bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, this is another good point for one funky Lion fan. The drop off from Hamilton to Brisker to I can never pronounce dude's name. Scene is huge. Plus, every year there's always edge guys that look at least has good. That look at least. I think you should say as instead of has, but as good as this year, if not better. It's been 20 years since we've seen a kid like Hamilton. Yeah. I mean, seriously. You know, I know I messed that damn thing up. Ole Miss, damn. Okay, don't judge me, Looney. Don't you dare. Shout out to you, Michael Mike. What up, though? He says, Terrence McGriff, a sick prospect. What school and number? What school and number for it? I need the school and number. That name not ringing. McGriff. Terrence McGriff. What the hell? School and number, Mike. Hungry Panda.
I don't even see him on Google.
Now, Hungry Panda points out another guy looked good there at the Senior Bowl, but y'all not finna play me with this name. Y'all not finna play with me with this name. Oh, the last name is even by itself got me beat. See, I'm not gonna play with you. Even Antonio Jenkins got again on. He says, I've heard it all now. I know what the hell I said. Damn it. You get my point. You know what I was trying to say. Don't judge me. It says Funky Lions fans gets it. It says maximizes the value of the drafting Hamilton, and then one of the great edges at the end of the first gives you far higher value than an edge first. It does, because I don't think you're going to get a safety like him. And there's only one other safety that I like right behind him. I do like Brisker, but it is a drop off between Brisker, right? So, you know, it just is what it is. There's no way of getting around that. So again, if I'm stopping, I'm only trying to make sure I don't get kicked off of YouTube for you know, violating, you know, their stuff. Adam is talking about Brisker. That's a safety out of Penn State. Brisker. So you're talking about any specific corners for the Rams pick. This right here is a film study right now on Boye Mafi. We'll talk about other positions in terms of like corners and stuff later. No doubts about it. But it's one particular corner in that Senior Bowl that jumped out to me, which I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do a film study on, because his film sucks and I can't really see as much as I want. But what I saw from him do in practice was very impressive. He came from an HBCU, which is Joshua Williams. You can hate me now, McKenzie. If you can coach Boye up and take Hamilton at 2, Muma at 32, Smith, Luke Boyd at 34. Yeah, yes. You know I love me some Brandon Smith. Y'all know that's my guy. you hate the hate came out of you strong on that.
I'll take Zacoby McClain over Brandon Smith.
Are you serious?
No.
What? Oh man, you finna start something. You finna start something, man.
I'm gonna give you shit for that.
McGriff a receiver, but he's 6'6", 200. He's basically a tight end playing receiver. What school though? I didn't even look it up. What school is he? Terrence McGriff? I didn't even look it up. What school is that? What number is he? The name don't ring a bell, so I do want to take a look at him and see what he's about. I mean, it is what it is. Luke, let's talk about Chad Muma. I can't because I'm going to do a video on him. So you got to stick around. It's coming down the pipeline. Certain people, I'm doing like underdog, then like I'll do like known prospect, then underdog, then known prospect, then underdog, then known prospect. That's how I'm kind of like mixing it up this year. That Clemson cornerback been falling in the draft, Andrew Booth. I don't know why he falling, but I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't know why. I know why, but him and that one that played opposite of him, Goodrich, number 31. Man, I've been watching a little practice with that dude, and I'm like, bro, that's you can't be my corner. I see why he played. That dude be playing 15 yards off receivers. They tried to put him in press coverage to see what he can do. Every receiver blew right past him. Just saying. Let's see what else we got. It says, my man Q says, that's what I'm thinking. Go get Hamilton. He is something we need now. There are plenty of edges out there, and that's my point. They get a chance to look at a guy like this and Boye Mafe and see something that's different. We're finna get back into a little bit more film study because again, I want to get you some Lions talk and ask y'all some questions and get y'all opinion on it. Now, at this point, all right, our good guy is right here, people. This is very important. I just want you to see what it looks like. You're not going to see Kayvon Thibodeau doing this. You're not going to see Aiden Hutchinson doing this. This is something that you have to have a skill set for. All right? I want you to understand this. Play starts to roll. Here we go. I mean, they really tried it here. This was the best part about it. Will, you still with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, watch this. What's so special about this, Will?
Shows he can stunt and he knows how to pin people.
You know what's even more impressive, Will?
Oh my God! Wait. Okay, wait. Look at the left tackle. He's trying to get off. Our guy there is holding him. That's smart as shit.
He splits the damn blocks and they both grab him. Literally, the guard and the tackle. Look, once the tackle reaches out, pull him. Watch the guard pull him back. You see the arms extended? What is going on? Look at this. He splits the blockers on a stunt. There's his hand killing his arm. He pulls him back. No flag.
so here, that should have been a defensive holding because, God, I can't believe I keep blanking on his name. I don't know why.
Mafe.
I don't know why my mind keeps blanking. But you can see, if you go to the beginning, 78 tries and pull off it. But he sneakily holds on to that jersey, so 8 has a free go-around. And then when 78 peels off to try and get, and he's turned, he then lets go, swims over. Oh, that's so technical.
Now, watch this,
so
though.
Smart.
Watch this.
So
he then still has the presence in mind once to get released. Now, mind you, to then go after the quarterback still. The hustle to still do it. Every frame that has been shown, and this is not even, if you look at it, it says Ohio State O-line offense versus Minnesota's defense. This is not a Mafe tape. This is just their offense versus their defense, and it's from every possession. And I'm just showing y'all this because I want you to see that this is something that's not, this ain't no highlight tape. I didn't make a highlight tape of this. I literally just wanted to show y'all, like, look, he was killing them. He was killing them. Now, we're going to move up to a little bit further. Again, he didn't come out much. Y'all can go back, go watch other games. You'll be impressed. Watch other games. All right? Now, I want to say he got his hand in the dirt. I got to find him again. My brain is right there. He go. He up top. He right here. So I remember. I look at my notes. All right. So he got his hand up the ground. He comes off. First of all, I want you to just see how he kills this get off. Let's get that out the way. He's right here. Look at the get off. Look at the move. The presence in mind. Y'all don't understand this. You're not gonna see Kayvon Thibodeau do this. Look at the move. Look at this. The tackle has no chance. He's already setting the swim move up, chop. This does not show up on the stat sheet. He does not get home, but to have the presence in mind to reach up to try to get that ball, you're not gonna see Trey Flowers doing that. You ain't gonna see y'all favorite edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson doing that. He gets in there, and the quarterback has to float the ball higher to get over his frame because this dude is. Look at this. Like I've seen posters with this. Now, the part that you don't see, because I don't know why they don't show the other angle, he's still running behind the play. This running back is gone. He's still running behind the play. But just think, if this is 3rd and 5, if they don't throw this pass again, in which he had the presence of mind to try to knock it down, he still was going to get to the quarterback because the lineman was beat. I think they got a better angle of it. I think the angle is a little bit better. Let me see if I can get right to it. I don't want them to shut me down. Let's get right here. He's right here, people. That's our man Mafi. And I'm telling you, he beats this guy so bad. And these are things that are important to me. Because you have to be able to win your one-on-one. Okay? So right here, as he comes off to beat this guy, you're going to get you know what? Let me speed this up. This is one of their slow-mos. I'm pretty sure they was probably talking.
I will say the left tackle for Ohio State is a projected 2nd-round pick.
I mean, but listen, when Aiden Hutchinson was doing this to him, everybody, he's in a fit. Stop. Can't be my tackle. Just beats him. I mean, to do that move, and then still be able to have enough athletic ability to jump in the air for the ball. Again, let me know when I don't went crazy, because I'm telling y'all, he does so many things right. So many things. I'm almost done. I got one more clip after this, and then we talk football. Our guy is up here, and when I tell you he plays the run well, he plays the run well. Watch this, people. Some people may have missed it. Sometimes it gets a little hard to see. My brain can slow it down, but this gets a little hard to see. Let's see. But he's coming from right here. He just keeps working. I talk about high motor. This is high motor. He just keeps working. They block him. Get off me. Never loses that outside shoulder to get away. Get off me.
You know what I initially see?
What's that?
Extension into handwork.
Yep.
Extension into handwork.
You can see the guy's glove here trying to do something, but it's not happening. He comes in, still able to make the play.
And that's against Jeremy Ruder, who's supposed to be one of the best blocking tight ends in the draft. Again, like he's doing it against people who will be in the league next year.
I just don't know what more you can ask for. Let me go right here. All right, here we go. Our guy is right here. I don't know why people don't want to believe the hype, but it's here. Completely again, get skinny. He whiffs on the block. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
And then you go back, says hi to 24, like he did, matching him step for step.
I mean, I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder if they got a love thing going on. It's really strange. This guy's trying to come and block him here. He says nope. Got skinny.
He makes that such a hard block for the D end. Like, holy Jesus.
Gets the runner down. This is the kind of stuff that make that. Now, I think this is the play, another play where I just thought this is a great technique in how to pinch the pocket. So he comes off. Now, tell me to take the exact same play that Thibodeau did. Tell me to take the exact same play, Will. Don't lie. Tell me to take the exact same play. Look at the difference. Do you see the arm extension? You see that? You don't see him going in there throwing his whole body in there. You don't see that.
Wait, this is different. This is different.
Okay.
So
are you sure?
Instead of keeping the outside like Hutchinson had to do, you see our boy Mafe more come on inside. Now.
No, he pinches him. Look.
Yeah, no, he instead of being the outside most player on a box technique, he's spilling. And it's not a direct trap block where he's coming straight down the line, but still.
No, he just trash. Second round pick my butt. He just trash.
No, right? That's not the second round pick. 78 is the
78 is the second round pick, but I'm saying he just trash.
Yeah.
Right? Look at this.
That's fantastic form right there. Because that guard has momentum.
Oh, that's definitely
that's
a trap
hard
block.
to start.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's a truck.
And look, tell me y'all ain't never seen this when y'all play football and y'all can hit that little bag. You know how you hit the little bag and you got to push it in to lift it up? Tell me that's not that same drill. He pinches him in, which forces this to happen.
And even go back to as he's taking on the block. Watch his back one more time as he takes on that block. Watch his feet. Watch what he does there. Again, smart. He moves him back to make sure he has leverage, to make sure he's lower than that man. Smart technical football plays.
Y'all asked for film study. I gave you a live version, right?
And that was at the end of the game, less than a minute left, down by 2 scores. So he's still playing when the game doesn't mean anything.
Again, I'm just here so I don't get fined. People, I'm gonna toss it in. I'm gonna toss the link in the chat. So if y'all want to jump in and talk with me, we'll talk. I do got questions for y'all because I wanted to do that film study. I wanted to actually give y'all a chance to see something different, to see something that we're not talking about, players that's not standing out at the moment. So it's simple. If you're new here, you simply click on the link. You need a device that has a microphone, like a headset or something like that. You jump in, you put your name exactly as it appears in the YouTube, so I can know who you are. And I add you in. It's simple. You show me your face one time. You don't got to stay on camera. You can turn the camera off. And then, but when you show me your face, only I can see it. I'll turn your camera back off. I'll add you in. Real simple. I do got some things we got to talk about with the Lions because it's been said that Dan Campbell is becoming concerned. And he's becoming concerned that the Lions are going to lose Aaron Glenn. Now, I told y'all this months ago that we need to talk about the elephant in the room because what he's doing is going to probably get him hired. And I just think that he's going to take the Saints job. I think the Saints are going to offer him a job. My question to you is this. If the Saints do sign Aaron Glenn, Should the Lions then switch their defense to a 4-3? William, what do you think?
No. And I
see y'all in the back, gentlemen. Go ahead.
Ain't just me being abrupt. It's I put some thought into this. It would negate our Aleem McNeil pick, who's a fantastic nose tackle, and the Levi Onwuzurike pick, who we drafted them for that scheme to fit specific roles. And I think it would diminish what the aspects of the best aspects of their game and what they can bring for us. And right now, and people if we want Charles Harris back, if we're not in a 3-4, don't bring him back. Right. We're just gonna waste him.
All right. So Chrome says, when are you going to show your face? When I'm able to do it and not lose employment.
When he will no longer get fined.
Exactly. When I would no longer get fined. I have children. I can't be taking no L's, losing no good job. No. I'll show my face when I find another job that don't care. But right now, until they tell me we changed policies and you won't get fired, can't take that risk. Also, I too asked this question because I do wonder it, but I think Ghostface basically pointed out what what I'm thinking. Don Capers is still there, so the 3-4 can survive. Let's get the people who are in the back waiting patiently for me. I appreciate y'all all for waiting. I'm gonna bring the first person in, my man Anthony from Roar the Lions UK. What up, though?
Hey, what up, though, Luke? How you doing?
What's up?
Hey,
you're all William.
Man, what's going on? Oh my, wait a minute. My man says Dose be gaming. He says, "Oh, my other account." What up, though, Dion? Oh, my other account. I feel you. I mean, listen, and obviously I'm going to bring in the other guys because they're going to probably have different views and everything. And Anthony, clearly you've already. Oh, what happened to Don? Where you go? Don? I see you back there, Lions Rumble, but Don, what happened? Jesus, Anthony. I mean, first question: you think we finna tell Aaron Glenn bye?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this is maybe a year too early. He's had 1 year in the job. We all know how well he's done on defense here, but you look at the caliber of coordinator who's around this year, going up for jobs. Some of these are really seasoned guys. I think 1 more year we'll be worried, but this year I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared. I think he gone. I'm hoping he stay. I need another year, but I think he gone, bro. If you telling me he gets a chance to go back to New Orleans and coach, I'm just saying.
I think the thing is, though, you're taking over from a long-tenured coach there. He's been there forever. He's at the top of the list of guys who you'd want to coach your franchise, maybe. It's a lot for a 1-year coordinator to go in there and expect him, because they demand success down there in New Orleans. And you're taking your chance on a 1-year coordinator to go there and all of a sudden go into a role. He needs a quarterback. He needs to revamp his team. They are, $70 million over the cap again. They're going to be losing a lot of players, restructuring, whatnot. It's not going to be the easiest situation to walk into as a first-time head coach. And as I say, with just 1 year underneath your belt, don't forget, we need to see what he can do with the defense, because he's going to get some good players in the draft this year. He's going to be returning some good players. You need to see what he can do as a coordinator with a better defense. Can he take it to the next level and make it truly elite? And then you'll see his head coaching credential.
Now, Anthony, you can't see this, but you got somebody back here. They head shaking so damn hard. They in full agreement, and I'm getting ready to bring them in. Don, why do he must be getting phone calls. My man Lions Rumble 81 is in the building. What up, though? Hey, I got your message earlier. You say you want to do some stuff. We gonna do it. You know when you want to go live, it could be a show where it's me, you. I'm all for it. We talking ball. This is where it's supposed to be life at,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Royal.
Anthony?
Yeah, I agree with Anthony. Man, we love AG here. And like he said, with all the controversy right now with these with Brian Flores, I honestly don't see Aaron Glenn leaving. I believe, like Anthony said, I believe he takes that next step. He builds his defense that way. He's been at the ground level of a bad defense, and then it's going to raise his stocks up once he's able to get his pieces in here and really just let it rip. So I'm excited. I am so excited. I hope he does stay. I think he will. But yeah, it was a great take. That was a great take. He said everything I wanted to say. So that's awesome.
Sorry.
Listen,
That's awesome.
Now, you talked about the thing. Dion says, Luke, no, man. You usually got weird feelings about these things. Don't speak this into existence. I think because of what's going on with Brian Flores,
Absolutely.
And the fact that there is a history with Aaron Glenn with the Saints, and the fact that, look, Aaron Glenn was always said to be the next man up before we took him, right? And now they have opportunity. They could have went anywhere else. They could have called any other head coach. They called the Lions, who went 3-13-1, and it's like, yo, we need you out here for this interview. I think he gone. And am I scared? Yeah. You turned Will Harris into a corner, and it somehow made sense and worked. I don't know how to get around it. And it scares me. But the other part of it is this, Lions Rumble. Do you think that the Lions should change their scheme if he do leave? Like, do you think they should go to a 4-3?
I honestly think the way that they've got things structured right now, you're going to see a lot of guys being moved around, especially on that D line. Like you said, he made Will a corner. We know AG was a very solid corner in his heyday. I just hope that, Don Capers too. You guys brought that up. That was a good point. We got people in the back who are former coaches, who know scheme, who know exactly, how that NFC North runs. It's not called the black and blue division for no reason. So these things are going to take time, but I think we have the pieces to where they know the scheme they want to run based off the personnel. And
I think that's fair.
Excited. I
think that's fair. Now, Antonio Jenkins, this is a very bold take. He says, we trade back and take Jordan Davis. Brad maybe wants to find his next great D tackle, but I can't see that happening either. Not happening. Jordan Davis is not even on the Lions' radar. All he do is take up space. He just takes up space. To me, if he had more unfinished step like a Vincent Wilford, I'd be like, yeah, cool. If he had more unfinished step, even Elbert Hainsworth, when he wanted to get off, had more unfinished step. He just takes up space. And I'm not so high on him that I think that we're trading back to take a D tackle. You want to see me look shockingly like, what the hell just happened? Do that. Do that one right there. Okay, that'll throw me off. But again, since we talking about Brian Flores, and we gonna start this off with you, Will. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, what do you think? I mean, he sues the NFL, the Broncos, the New York Giants, and I believe there's one other team I'm forgetting, which is the Dolphins. He sues the NFL as a whole, and then personally singles out these three teams. He makes allegations that the Dolphins owner offered him $100,000 for each game that he lost in his first season, so they can tank and get the first overall pick. He says that Bill Belichick accidentally sent him a congratulations, which was supposed to go to the other guy while he's there actually getting ready to interview. What are your opinion on this? What are your thoughts?
So I'm looking down on my phone. My sister actually sent me a part of the lawsuit. I want to read this. This is number 4 in the list.
Okay.
In certain critical ways, the NFL is racially segregated and is managed much like a plantation.
Mm-hmm.
Its 32 owners, none of whom are black, profit substantially from the labor of NFL players, 70% of whom are black. The owners watch the game from atop the NFL stadiums in their luxury boxes, while majority black workforce put their bodies on the line every Sunday, taking vicious hits and suffering debilitating injuries to their bodies and their brains, while the NFL and its owners reap billions of dollars. I love this game. I want to coach it for the rest of my life. I could not agree with that more.
Yeah, it's one of the things where you can see remnants of it. You go back to the Colin Kaepernick, who can't get a job because he spoke up on something that had nothing to do with the NFL realistically, but because it brought attention to the NFL in a negative way, they said, no, we're not letting you in. And then you turn around and you look at people like Josh McCown, who's on his 12th or 13th team. How in the hell does he keep on getting employed? Like, I really don't understand this. Like, Josh McCown literally is finna break all records for backup quarterbacks. How the hell does he keep finding jobs? And my opinion is this though. I don't think he has a case. I think that the problem he's going to run into is this. The argument is he can make those statements, but you were one of those people who was given the opportunity to be a head coach. And technically, I hate to say it this way, but technically, if I'm the boss of something, first of all, let me stop for a second. Shout out to my guy Buck over at Man Hour, who I will be on his channel tonight. I think it's 8 or 8:30. We say 8. I think it's 8 o'clock. I'm drawing blanks, y'all. Don't y'all kill me. Why you always lying? Says, yo, Luke, what up, though? And do you think they offer Patricia to lose? You starting some stuff. We gonna get into that one. But the fact that they gave him an opportunity. If we're being technical, if I am the boss and I say, hey, let's say I'm an owner of Hooters, and all of a sudden one of my waitresses decides that she wants to wear jeans today, and I send her home. That's not my uniform. You are considered to be what's called insubordinate. If the guy told you to tank for his organization to get a draft pick, I would have tanked. I really would have. I would have tanked. Just stay with me. That's if you're going for the job. The pride in him wanted to win. And the truth is, what he should have did was the same thing that Nick Saban did. Just recuse himself. Because Nick Saban said the same thing. He said, when I got there, they didn't really want to win. They wanted me to do things that didn't make sense. And he really wanted Drew Brees, and they made up every excuse to why you could not get Drew Brees. And so to me, I think his case is weak. Now, before I go any further, let me introduce the other guy in here. Down 19, you in the building. You finally got in here? Uh-oh, he ain't back. Yeah, he ain't back. Man. What are your thoughts on this? I'm gonna kick it over to you, Anthony. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, Brian Flores sues the NFL, Dolphins, Broncos, and Giants, and alleges that he was not treated fairly.
I mean, it's a very messy situation, isn't it? When all this stuff comes out, and I mean, it's hard not to agree with him in a way. You feel that opportunities for coaches like him are a lot harder to come by. I know you say he got them there, but I mean, you look at sort of this coaching cycle and what's going on. You've got 2 Super Bowl winning coordinating coaches at the Buccaneers. You've got Byron Leftwich, Todd Bowles. They're still without jobs, but Brian Daboll has gone to New York as a coordinator with a Bills team who has done well, but they've not won anything. But he's gone and got the job there, and you're like, they've all done fantastic jobs where they're at, and you see the opportunity, and they're not getting the opportunities there, and it does raise questions in your mind as to the fairness of it and whether they are conducting their business properly. I mean, it's tough to know without knowing all the ins and outs. I would be inclined to believe him because I think the NFL hasn't been fair in the past. I don't know whether it can still be, but you can't say anything definitively at this moment in time. But I would say something is certainly fishy about it.
Yeah, and I'm waiting to see more facts come out, because at this point there's more to argue against his claim, especially when you get Lions coaches saying that they didn't have that experience. That hurts a lot of the cause right there, because those are 2 African-American males who are like, that ain't been my experience. But one did say he do know that there are some people who has been long overdue for opportunity, like Eric Bieniemy. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm just not impressed with him. I'm not. And it's reasons for it,
Yeah. And I don't agree with the Lions getting sort of dragged into this as well, because I know they brought up the issue with Jim Caldwell and that, he had a winning record. He shouldn't have been fired, but, he should
never beat nobody.
No,
he never beat nobody.
He should have been fired. People look at the winning record and say that they made a mistake with him, but we didn't. The mistake we made was the replacement we got.
Facts. Talk to him.
We did not mess up in getting rid
go.
of him. We messed up in his replacement. But if you look at the Lions now, especially, all these first-time guys who are here, Brad Holmes never had a GM job before. Aaron Glenn never had a DC job before. You're bringing a lot of guys in here and giving them opportunity. And why? Because they are the best men for the job. Aaron Glenn was highly coveted, and we've given him an opportunity here. He's rewarded us. Brad Holmes is doing amazing at his job as GM. I don't agree with us getting dragged into this because, we're not the problem here. I don't agree for 1 second, and he shouldn't be using that as some form of an argument there. People like the revisionist history with Caldwell. I love Jim Caldwell. I love everything he did here, but it was the right decision to fire him.
Yep.
And it should not be used in this argument at all.
And my attitude to it is he was he was mediocre even when he had Peyton Manning and all them guys on the Colts. And they went to the Super Bowl. And even in that time, I remember thinking, y'all had a chance to go completely undefeated and match the record of New England, and he rested his players just to do what? Not finish off the deal for what? You could have played for greatness. That always bothered me, and the fact that he never ran the ball bothered me, and I got tired of watching the quarterback constantly have to run around, bothered me. So, yeah, he deserved to go. One funky Lion fan said, is there a rule against paying your coach to take? Because the Giants met the Rudy rule this year. And I think they also interview other African-American coaches, which is going to hurt, and GMs, that's going to hurt his case. So what are your thoughts on this, Lions Rumble?
I think it's touchy subject only because, it's minorities involved. So, of course, race is brought up. I believe it's a system failure, to be honest. So I don't want to, and it just so happens that minority people are involved in it. So I think that's why the race part is brought up. I just think it's a system failure. But
no, I agree.
Like you guys were saying, Caldwell didn't hold up his end of the bargain. He had a good record. But like you said, we didn't replace him with someone that could take us to that next level. But yeah, this is, the guy's got receipts. He's got text messages, and then you had, 3 or 4 other minority coaches from different decades and eras who came in and said, oh yeah, by the way, we have receipts too. And
he's going to need that. He's going to need other people
right
in the past and currently who can be a part of this for this to be strong, because in and of itself, I don't think he has a case, right?
Yeah,
to me, this is no different than you going to a job and they're saying you got to take a TB test or you got to get vaccinated or whatever the case that they're doing.
Right,
it's no different in my opinion.
And to Will's point too, he brought up a great point. He was, we heard the Texans owner back in the day said, and I quote, why are we letting the prisoners run the jail? So this is the mindset of some of these owners. And let's be honest, the NFL is like, I don't know the exact percentage, 50, 60, 70% minorities. And these guys are very special players, be it from quarterback to, cornerbacks, receivers, whatever. Those guys are pivotal in your franchise. Some of those guys are faces of these franchises. So, Caldwell was loved by players, much like Brian Flores was. And I believe I saw some with Slay recently, interview with McFadden, I believe, where he was like, oh yeah, man, we love Caldwell up there. He loved the players. So he was always more worried about our health as opposed to, other things, making sure we manage our money right, things of that nature. So, this at least brings things to the front page, and I hope and pray that whatever stigmas and whatever bad is right. Hopefully,
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Another thing I want to point out is this: if you look at many of these positions that people go into, right? Like, say for example, if you are a medic, that's not a job title, that is a skill. If you are a firefighter, you fight fires. That's not a job. It's a skill. Police, doctors, doc. Seriously, lawyers do law. And coaching is a skill.
Right.
It's not a job title. Some of us get these weird job titles like such and such executor or whatever, right? But you have to be able to follow that skill with something. And I got to be honest. Some of these people just, like Raheem Morris, you're not going to convince me he deserves another chance. I don't care what he does.
And I agree with you. There's certain people, like you said, they're the coordinator. That's their ceiling.
That's their ceiling.
Even with Jim Schwartz, I believe he's a coordinator, and I hate to, I just think he does good as a coordinator. There's certain people, like you said, there's Jamal Crawford, NBA player.
Yep.
I mean, is he a starter? Yeah, he puts up starter numbers, but he's best to come off the bench.
Yep.
So I agree with you.
It just is what it is.
You know.
Now, Looney Tune wants to know, Luke, if we trade back, what position should we go after? How far are we trading back? Because if you're telling me we get the Giants picks, we still go for the same positions. You go safety, and then obviously, if you get both their first picks, those two high picks, I would go safety, and you still may end up being able to get Kayvon if you wanted to. I personally wouldn't do it, but I'm just telling you the truth. Let me see. My man Don19 says, I hate StreamYard. You just gotta have a good connection. It's weird, wonky, but you just gotta have a good connection. Let me bring in my man Ghost Gunner. What up, though, Ghost?
Yeah, what up?
What's going on? Let me get down here. I gotta ask y'all all this question because we in the building on it. And since it was brought up, Avery, hit me up, bro. We gotta connect too, bro, because I gotta talk to you about Stafford. If you are not familiar with who Avery Giovanni is, it's my man over there from Spirit of Detroit Podcast who just hit 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to him. He's actually over 1,000. And if you have not subscribed to him, you definitely want to go and watch his latest video. God, that thing was fire. I mean, right to the point, and I enjoyed every bit of it. So just putting it out there. Shout out to my man Spirit of Detroit Podcast over there. Now listen, Dion came in here starting some stuff. All right, now this is not my question. This is Dion starting stuff. If you don't know what Dion talking about, I'm talking about dose of Dion. He started this. Do you think that the Lions offered Matt Patricia money to tank? We're going to start off with you, Ghost, since you're the new guy.
No. Hell no. Martha Ford was convinced by Bob Quinn that this was the guy to get us to the next level. She was told that he was going to bring us up, not tear the whole team down and start a whole nother rebuild. So no, ain't no way. I ain't surprised that owners do try to tank because that's not new. Front offices try to tank. Coaches and players don't.
Dion started this, okay? This is why he over here laughing. He know what the hell he's doing when he asked that question. And now you got to ask the question. Dude, this got to be like a fire. We need to know. It's like, yo, they're offering money for this stuff? One funky Lion fan says, Luke, I'm just curious, how would it be received if the white people in America cried that weren't fairly represented on the field? I mean, they're, 60% of white people in the country. So I think the way it would be received is a little different, and I'll tell you why. Systematically, it's not just there. The Rooney Rule was created to give us the opportunity to come to the room to persuade people. Maybe we can say something to change their minds. I think the reception would be different if you flipped it because, like you said, 60% of the country are Caucasians, right? One of the reasons I get irritated with the way things are in America is because we spend too much time with trying to place colors on things, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the first step. We got to get rid of that question on job applications. Mm-hmm. It does not qualify you or unqualify you when you apply for a job. In fact, most jobs that I apply to, I never answer the question, and most of them don't want to give me an interview because they don't know why I don't answer the question. And some jobs have interviewed me and asked me in an interview, hey, why you didn't ask that question? I said, because I didn't think it was going to be required for me to be qualified for this job. And so you have to look there. But the reality is this. Systematically, there are a number of despairing things that go against minority people. It's not just African Americans, it's Latinos and Hispanic Americans, it's Asian Americans, and so forth and so on. And that is why there's a problem. Americans have a problem saying we're a melting pot. They just have a problem with keeping it on an even playing field. But I think if you switched it and they felt that they wasn't represented. Well, you know, most quarterbacks are Caucasian. And when you look at the way that they try to separate the quarterbacks, they'll say that the African-American quarterback, I want the guy who can run. But if, he doesn't need to be super smart. And then the Caucasian can be just a smart guy. He don't have to run. So there's a lot of systematic things that go on. But it's a good question to ask, to be truthful with you. Not knocking what you asked. All right, coming up to you. Lions Rumble. Apparently, Dion wanted to start these problems. All right.
Oh.
He went to start these problems. Did the Lions pay Patricia to tank?
No, I don't think I don't think they did. But I do believe Patricia was overwhelmed. He's coming into film sessions, calling people out who have been staples of this team for many years. I just believe he was overwhelmed, and I believe he didn't have. I don't believe he had a scheme, and I don't believe he didn't have the locker room. So once he started calling out Slay, who's been a staple of his team for years, everybody else kind of looked at him like, well, what is he going to say about me? I just got here, So
right.
I don't believe they paid him. There's no way they paid him. They paid him to right the ship. They paid him for the Patriot way. They paid him for, what he came from. And unfortunately, he didn't give us that. When you heard the Jets say, "Oh, we knew what you guys were going to run before y'all did." I remember hearing that specifically from a Jet player, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I was like, "Well, what are we doing here?" I was so hyped for him when he got hired. I was super hyped.
Really?
Like, the Patriot way. Yeah, I was
so confused. I was nobody ever did well outside of Vrabel, and Vrabel spent most of his time over at coaching in the Texans.
Yeah, and then you look at Josh McDaniels. He went to Denver and
destroyed that. Yeah, it's terrible.
Destroyed that and left and went back to
Raiders. Clearly didn't learn.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I don't think they paid him.
Down 19 says somebody definitely paid Bob Quin to take a linebacker from Hawaii. I'm convinced. Anthony, you think they paid him? You think they went out there and told him, "Hey, give you $100,000 to tank"?
I don't think they need to pay him to do that. All they need to do is let him do his job. He did a good enough job of tanking by just doing his job.
It's so terrible. Listen. All right, we go to you, William. What are you thinking, bro? Are you thinking that the Lions paid the man to tank? Needed him to tank?
I'm gonna go one step further. They didn't pay him. He paid them. It is my pleasure.
Oh no!
But
he said, "Take half my salary. I got this."
Yeah.
Right.
And one thing Daniel Jeremiah said to me about, or not to me, but said in the podcast about Matt Patricia, and this is why he believed he would never work. Matt Patricia in New England, if you guys remember, always wore a backwards hat. Always. Because that was his thing. And then in one interview.
Oh, and the pencil, don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, and the pencil. But in the interview, he had a news interviewer just goes, "Hey, why do you wear your hat backwards? Don't you think that's a little inappropriate?" And then instead of being like, "It's just what I do. It's who I am," he called out the reporter, and then the next day he wore a straightforward hat. Which, if you're giving up like that, then get out of the building. You're not going to do anything for us. You folded at the easiest, like the tip of a pen. You folded like nothing. You folded like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Marcus Willis says somebody paid Quin to take that long snapper as well.
The guy who couldn't beat out old Mule Buck.
I'm just saying, he said he got to talk
Mule
about
Buck's a Hall of Famer now.
So last question before we get into our final thoughts, because this one right here is jumping out. Am I the only one who feel uncomfortable for enjoying watching the Senior Bowl practice? I'm starting to feel why am I so invested in this and so uncomfortable to be enjoying practice, not a game, not the game, practice. Is this just me or what? We start this off with you, Will. Are you in this too? Like, are you fully invested in this, or is it just me with my weird self?
As someone who's trying to become a coach, practice is fun as hell. Okay. I mean, you get to step outside, run around. I mean, like, personally, it's my favorite time of the day. Screw school. That stuff's for smart people. I just want to be at practice and have fun at football.
All right, Anthony. I mean, are you enjoying the love of the Senior Bowl practices? I'm watching this thing like, yo, who's getting beat today? Like I'm like I'm waiting on it. I'm fully invested in it. Is it just me or are you in it too?
No, I'm also really invested in watching the Senior Bowl. In fact, I'm invested in the whole draft process. I think the big thing for me, it's because Brad Holmes, why am I forgetting his name? Brad Holmes has, instilled the confidence in me that he can find the right guys in the draft. He had a really good draft last year. And why did he do that? It's because he found the players who fit the profile of the Detroit Lions, players who are going to come here, who are going to scrap, who are going to tough it out, who are going to get better. They've got developmental upside. They can do really, really well. And he find that out by getting to know the players, by getting up on close with them one-on-one, seeing what they can do. And this year, he has a front row seat to some of what I think are the biggest hidden gems in this draft by looking at this group here. And the fact that I know that he's going to be in there, checking these guys out, psyching them out. He picked this list after all. So I think they've looked through both lists. They've circled the names of the players they like most. They found the team they like the most. And if even only 3 or 4 of these guys fit their profile, then we could find some really good gems in this draft. And I'm genuinely looking forward to it because I know I've got a GM who is going to draft good players. And like I say, he's got a front row seat to some of the best guys who have not been talked about in this draft. That
True.
can only be a good thing.
True. Also, loving the jersey. Just gonna put that out there. I know the haters gonna say it's fake. Down 19.
I got this 3 days before Stafford was traded. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to ship stuff over here to the UK and find a veritable supplier to get it. And I got it here thinking, I've got at least 1 more year with him. And I had it 3 days and then traded and then I supplied it. For God's sake, I need a new one now. So I'm waiting patiently. My Lee McNeil one.
I got his Rams one. You should get one of those too.
Down
I'm gonna
19.
get one over the summer.
You late to the party, but I'm gonna bring it to speed, and I'm gonna switch it a little bit because I want to kind of hit on some things. Don Burr says Malik Willis will be a Lion somehow. Just watch. You agree?
Hell no.
I don't either. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't. I think Bailey Zappi got a better chance of being a Lion than Malik Willis. He's just too inconsistent.
Sam Howell has a better chance.
Yeah.
It's just too many needs for us to just take a quarterback. Like, we need safety, edge rushers, linebacker. We don't need to take a quarterback just to take a quarterback. It's just dumb.
No, I totally get it. Ghostface says Quin was a decent GM to me. It was a bad situation. Let me wait. Hear it out. It says it was a bad situation for him because he was drafted for 2 different coaches. Lions should have been rebuilding in 2016 and traded Stafford then. Well, first thing is he was drafting for 2 different coaches. However, he hired one of those coaches, and he did it after, to me, in my opinion, will forever be the stamp of the Lions franchise. For me, 9-7 is not good enough, and so that part of it is there. Now, on the other end of it, I'm thankful, and this is going to sound strange, I'm thankful that they did not start the rebuild in 2016 because I don't know if I trust him, Quin that is, to get those picks right. I feel a little bit more comfortable with Brad Holmes, and that's where that's there. I'm not gonna say that he wasn't a decent GM. I thought he did some things that was good. I can't act like he didn't go out and make moves like Frank Ragnow and add some people in there, but it didn't get crazy until he brought in his friend, and that's where it went nuts. He said, "This is how I'm used to drafting." And so once he said that was kind of like the indicator to me that he's not the guy for me. So, just put it out there.
Yeah, we ain't go figured about Tease Tabor.
No. Yeah, it's one of the things. Yeah. So like I said, I just don't think that the guy's gonna have a shot in that regard. Let me see. Let me get caught up on some of these comments, man. I see Don on somehow got a phone call again. He probably gonna cuss everything out. They said the same thing about Josh Allen coming out, huh? No, they didn't. In fact, the only people who were saying he was inconsistent was that damn Mel Kiper. Nobody listened to him. He just cool. He's there. We used to seeing him. Yeah. People loved Josh Allen when he came out. They was like, "Yo, he got big arm. He need to work on a few little things because he was throwing bullets in short passes like golly." But okay. Yeah, I thought people liked him.
I will say about Josh Allen, and it's just my hot take. Prove me wrong. He would not have been as good as he is if he didn't have the quarterbacks coach and Brian Dable the entire time. If he had not fallen into the correct situation, he wouldn't have panned out.
I think that could be said about a lot of QBs, though. Just players in general. A lot of times it just depends what your situation is.
Right. Which is why most players leave Detroit and go somewhere else and perform.
Except for Josh Rosen. He a bum.
Who?
I said except for Josh Rosen, he a bum.
Yeah, but see, I think with Josh Rosen is once he got in his head, that's where it went out the door.
Right. Yeah, he has probably zero confidence left. I watched the game. Do you remember the Thursday night game last year against the Falcons and Patriots? Anybody watch that one?
The Falcons and the Patriots.
Yeah, it was a Thursday night game this last regular season.
You know what?
Well, they're getting blown out. They're getting blown out like 25-0 or something. So they took Matt Ryan out. They put in Josh Rosen. He threw like a 5-yard check down to a tight end. Then he threw a pick six. Right.
I was just gonna say I remember that I heard that he threw an interception, but I don't remember the game.
And then the next quarterback they put in, he threw a pick immediately.
Yeah, it's hard out here for a quarterback these days.
No, I don't know. We got too many holes to fill for taking a quarterback this draft. I'd rather just get a complete team before taking a quarterback.
Yeah, in my opinion, I'm going all defense. Like I said, for me at 2, if I can't get nobody to trade it, like really, it's only one person I want to trade with, which is the Giants, and I want both there first. If the Giants willing to trade with me, cool. I can. It's rumored that the Jets really like Hamilton, but if I still get the Giants pick and I miss out on Hamilton, I'm not going to be mad because we got so many other needs that can be filled still, and I can keep using that to trade down and get more picks for the next year. So I'm not panicked there. However, if I'm stuck at 2, at the end of the day, I just think Kyle Hamilton can have the same impact that Trey Polamalu, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Darwin James. I mean, you named them safeties that came in, Earl Thomas. I think he can have that kind of impact, and I think that's where it gets real, in my opinion. So again, just put it out there.
I'd be all right. I'd be all right with some Philly's picks too. I mean, we trade back. A few spots. I think they have quite a bit of picks this year too.
I think they're like in the middle of the pack though.
Yeah,
they've got 15, 16, and 19.
Exactly.
So if a long way.
Right. So if I give up one of those second round picks and they give me 3 third round picks or like you said, this draft is deep with defensive players. You showed one earlier. Would I do it? I mean, Brad Holmes is a mastermind, so we'll see. But yeah, Philly for sure.
So usually people, I take y'all questions. I kind of sprinkled y'all questions in between because I did do the film study earlier, and I want to still hit on some Lions talk and save some for tomorrow too. I do not know if I'm going to do a film study tomorrow, but it's going to depend on if I still have to go to work due to weather. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I am waiting for every inch of that snow to land so I can use my damn snowblower. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Y'all don't understand. It's a kid growing up in a house full of brothers, and you are all forced to take a shovel and shovel snow. I've been wanting a snowblower since they ever created one, and was always told, why would I buy a snowblower when I have strong boys? And I was like, that's BS, father. Okay, we're just gonna put it out there. So yes, I'm waiting for every inch of the snow to drop so I can use my snowblower. What we're going to do though is we're going to get to our final thoughts. Also, I will be on Man Hour tonight at 8 o'clock. So please come over there and check it out. You don't want to miss that. We're going to have some fun with that. It says, don't sleep on JoJo. I'm just going to let you know he's in the pipeline. Stay tuned. He's in the pipeline. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get through all these different prospects. It's a lot. We go to the final thoughts, and we'll start off with you, Ghost Gunner. What are your final thoughts for the show before we get up out of here?
I had something I forgot. Come back to me in a minute.
It's not like you was in the bathroom. I'm not going to judge if you are.
No, I just sat up.
Okay, we just want to make sure that you are okay. It sounded like that one might have hurt. I was just like, listen, we just double check.
I don't know if I'm okay, but
okay,
I'm alive, so
I mean, listen, we gonna talk about it later. We got this. Let's go over to you, my man, Lions Rumble 81. Appreciate you for coming through. You becoming like a fan favorite, brother. You might have to.
I love it. I love it. I love all you guys' platforms, man. I do appreciate it. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys. Whenever I would love to link up. I'm still new to this YouTube thing, but anyways, my final thoughts. I'm happy we have people that actually care, that are in positions of power.
I'm sorry, sir.
Chris Spillman, he's there. Don Capers is there, and these guys are just they're consultants basically. But Dan Campbell, we got to give him credit too for bringing over Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn, and he's going to groom these guys to be head coaches. If they're not already there. So they're head coaching right now at the Senior Bowl. Man, I'm excited. This is the first time I've been excited in a long time as far as a Lions fan.
It should be. You should be excited.
It's a thing of beauty right now. We have people that actually care, that actually give a damn. So that in itself alone is, I'm not going to worry about Dan Campbell trying to take money to tank. I'm not going to have to worry about, us drafting a long snapper or a linebacker from Hawaii or, undersized cornerback who, nobody heard of. But yeah, let's just, again, like I said last time, let's just be patient. The rebuild is here. These guys, like I said, actually give a damn. And let's give them their due. Let's give them their due.
Down 19 want to make sure he got his final thoughts in. He says, my final thoughts is StreamYard can catch these hands. I don't know why. And then he says, I'm finna sue StreamYard like Brian Flores suing the NFL. He is in rare form. Listen, I was trying so hard not to laugh when I saw that StreamYard could catch these hands. It's funny. Anthony, what are your final words for final thought? And make sure you let people know where they can find y'all at, because today y'all was on fire, and I was like, yep, agree. Although I did hear about that UCLA tight end, and I went, no, hell no.
Oh, no, Trey McBride's the tight end you want, not the UCLA guy. No, my final thought, I want some of that snow you've got. We've not had good snowfall in about 5 or 6 years now, so wow. I just want to be able to go outside and, do some sledding, you can send it here, you've got enough, so please. Do send them over.
We building up over here. I'm telling you, I'm just letting it pile up. And Buff Duff says, I remember Luke saying he loved Tavai. I never have a problem with Tavai other than the fact that I thought that this is the truth. I thought that the biggest problem right now when it came to that pick was the fact that they made that man gain weight. And he was already not fast. I enjoyed the fact that he took good angles and things like that. People act like, oh, he couldn't cover. But if you were told to put on 20 and 30 pounds and you wasn't already fast, yeah, you're going to have some differences. And then you're not being rushed. So there was a lot of things that they did that was stupid that I did not agree with him. I think Tavai was okay. Well, when they took him the second overall pick, if you go back and look at that stream, I bust out laughing. It was like, well, all right. Did not see that one coming, but, it is what it is.
They only did that just to try to jump the Patriots, who also wanted him.
Yeah, I mean. But
where he's at now.
Yeah, I mean, but to turn around and make him gain that weight, it's like.
Yeah, that was just stupid. I was hoping he would be able to, make a turnaround when they had him shed weight, and then he was just getting beat by 4 stringers in preseason. Like, he's out of here.
But when they had him lose weight, it was like lose 10 pounds. You made him put on 20. Like I don't understand. It's just crazy. William, what's your final thoughts for the people?
I want to prop up my guy out of Western Michigan, Ali Fayyad. He's having a monstrous week.
He's up on the docket. In fact, I was going to tell you like he's next, but I got to see what's going on tomorrow so I can finish. Getting. I got to watch 2 more games. I really need to watch 2 more games, then I'll be able to give my overall view. Yeah, but go ahead, Will.
Yeah, I want to give a quick snippet. He's 6'2", 240. For those who like stats, he was 9th in FBS out of all defensive ends in pressure rate. 9th. And in 2020 and 2021, he was a first-team All-MAC, second-team All-MAC, and led all of FBS in strip sacks.
Mac Daddy. All right.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I see you right here plugging him. Keep going. Go ahead. Don't stop there.
And even guys like Brett Coleman, not only did he post out a huge post about him on his Twitter, he also talked about him in his podcast. So guys smarter than I am are talking about him in good light, which is always a very positive thing.
Well, listen, like I said, I could not say this enough to you all. Every single person who comes to this stream, who goes through and listens to the replay, I know this stream is going to be a little bit different, so I will be going back, editing it, and taking out the part where we were talking Lions and putting that separate, and also taking out the part where we talked about film and put that separate. I hope y'all did enjoy this live version of the film study. I know I did a poll, and the poll basically was like 50-50 almost, where some people was like, hey, do what's best so we can at least see it. I just want to see it. And I hope I was able to bring somebody to your attention that I personally think really needs to get more press. He needs to be in the conversation more, because I'm seeing the guy who's showing things that you can't teach that have to come from within. So that's huge. To the people who jumped in with me, my co-host William, my guest Anthony, who I'm gonna find a way to make a co-host, and my man Lions Rumble, who I'm gonna find a way to make a co-host, and Gunner, who might as well be called a damn co-host because he's been consistent. Also Down 19, who's jumped in with me, and everybody else who's been in here. I appreciate y'all to high heaven. I could not say it enough. Thank you so much for rocking with me and supporting me. You know I can't end the show unless I end it on a positive note. And today's positive quote comes from the man himself, the man who has fought aliens, the man who has made you somehow forget your memory, the man who told me that put the guns down and back the hell away and give me a pack of tropical fruit bubblicious and some Skittles. I'm talking about Mr. Will Smith himself. He says, fear kills your ability to see beauty. Now this right here hit me home today because I needed this. Fear kills your ability to see beauty. Y'all don't know this, right? But I got a huge fear of spiders. I swear on my life. In this house, if a spider comes down, my girl has to get it. I ain't got nothing against it. That's my kryptonite. You want to break me down? Toss a damn spider at me. I can come to your house fully loaded with a tank and an army. Put a damn spider in front of me and you won. I am afraid of it. But I also understood the beauty in that fear. Because the beauty in that fear is the idea that I can overcome this. I can move forward. I can be better. I don't have to be afraid of something that I can literally step on until you look at it real close and realize it has more eyeballs than you and veins. But that's another story. The point I'm making to you is this. When you are constantly in fear of trying to go out and do the things that you wanted to do, like say, buy that house, or say, apply for that new job, or say go back to school, or just start school in general, or maybe you want to pick up a new hobby or trade. When you are constantly in that fear, you're losing sight of your beauty. You're losing sight of your ability and your powers to be strong, to be fierce, to be able to push through it, to be able to push past it. Do not be captivated by fear. Use it as fuel to show the world that no matter whatever's in your way, no matter how afraid you are, you will still put one foot in front of the other and move forward. That is the purpose of the quote from one Mr. Will Smith, and I hope it is received well from you all out there in Pride Nation. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please check me out over there on Man Hour at 8 o'clock. But guess what? That's the end of the show. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.